Told you I wasn't gonna stop, man. And we back. I just had to run in the store, man. You know, out here, you know, people be dying on their lives and shit, so you gotta pay attention, man. You know. And this is NY, man. Niggas be out here creeping, B. But anyway, man, yeah, man. I was the first video, I was talking about that commercial and how they, you know, try to rewrite, how this man keeps trying to, you know, put himself above all the rest. And also they taking shots at, like, you know, former great players instead of just honoring the great players and moving forward with the game. Whatever sports you're doing, man. Instead of shooting at the old school players. And they mad because the old school players don't respect them. I gave you a brief list of a lot of old school great players, and it wasn't even a long list. I could have made the list way longer, especially with baseball, any sport. Like, we just had greater talent, man, back then, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll sit there and tell you niggas with statues and all that. Like, but nah, because we didn't grow up with all this technology that you guys are going. We grew up to see all this shit happen, but we didn't grow up with it. So that's why you're not seeing everything so magnified as you see it today. You know, but, you know, so even, that should make it even better for the players in the past to be so highly regarded and so great that they're still remembered without social media and all that. All we had was magazines and ESPN, and that came later. You know what I'm saying? You only had really CBS and ABC. Nobody wasn't really watching ESPN like that. And then you start watching ESPN in like the 90s, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, we're gonna get back to some other things, man. Talk about boxing real quick. With this Canelo Terrence Crawford fight, man. That's an interesting fight, man. I was listening to manager Marty, and you know, he made some interesting, you know, not him, but they, you know, his panel has some interesting points. You know, some of them, you know, a lot of Crawford fans, you know, talking out of emotion. You know, I'm not a Crawford fan nor a Canelo fan. You know, I mean, I do like Terrence Crawford, but I'm not like a diehard fan of his. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm a boxing fan, B. And I look at boxing and I like to analyze the sport. You know, I like to give a take on what I see from both fighters, whether it be my favorite fighter or the guy I'm going against. You gotta be objective for both people. You can't just give your opinion based off who you like. And I notice that's what a lot of people do. I like Terrence Crawford so much. I'm a fan. No matter what he do, he's just gonna win. Nah. You know, there could be some things you see that may not go in his favor. A lot of people kept talking size. Now, what I think is gonna be a footwork fight. Hold on 1 second. 1 second there. I'm gonna put this soda in here. This ginger ale that I bought. Yeah, a lot of people think this is gonna be just about power and all this other shit. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is gonna be a fight, a boxing match, I think, based off of whoever executes the best technique, which is with any kind of combat sport, pretty much. But I look at if Crawford, you know, can control distance and keep Canelo at range where he can fire off, make Canelo miss, frustrate Canelo, show him different looks. I think he has a chance to outbox Canelo. Stop him, I doubt it. Maybe stun him a couple of times, but maybe not stop him. I don't think so. Gotta be very careful. Also, Canelo is a slick fighter. He may not show it all the time, but Canelo has a lot of tricks on him, and he may rise to the occasion, you know, when he knows he's going up against a guy that has boxing skills, and he knows fighting against the brothers after fighting Canelo and Lara and Mosley that he got to bring his A game. You know what I'm saying? You can't go in there playing around thinking he's the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then he can lose that fight, he can get outboxed and lose the fight. And I think Canelo knows that. Canelo has more to lose in this fight than Crawford. Crawford is playing with house money. He's coming up 2 weight classes, really 3, but he's coming up 2 weight classes. And, you know, Canelo's the big, you know, he's the big homie, and, you know, everybody would think that it should be easy work for Canelo. But boxing fans know it's not an easy fight. Canelo knows that. Right? Canelo has a lot to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, thing is, Crawford, it's one thing when you sparring, you know, but I think it's another thing. Notice I said I think. It's another thing when you get in that ring. And you're actually competing with no headgear, and you're going against somebody who's swinging for your head. I think when that takes place, you know, things might change a little bit. You start feeling that real power. But also with Canelo, he has to be smart on his feet too. He has to be smart to pick his shots. He's a great counter puncher as well. And he's a thinking man in there too. He's not just going to come forward and just wing punches. He did that against Bivol. He underestimated Bivol. And I told people back then that was a cherry pick going wrong, and look what happened. Oh, you was right, man. Yo, you was right, man. You know what I'm saying? All my boys like, yeah, you said that shit, man. Niggas at work, I told them niggas, I said, oh, Bivol ain't no sucker. Oh, Canelo's gonna do it. I'm like, all right. Canelo probably thought the same thing. And went in there and got thoroughly outboxed. But Bivol was the bigger man. Now this time, going up against a smaller man. And we're talking about a Crawford guy who gets hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? He can be stunned and he can be hit. He doesn't have the reflexes that Mayweather does. And he doesn't have the defense Mayweather does. And he doesn't have the IQ. He has a great IQ, but not like Floyd Mayweather. So at the end of the day, this is a tough fight. Whoever executes well will win. Canelo can win the fight by breaking him down, you know, punching his arms, wearing him down, leaning on him, putting your weight on him, things like that, or tying him up a lot, and just laying on him and fighting the inside. So I feel like Crawford, for him to win, he has to keep the fight at a distance. You know, but it's a 50-50 fight to me, man. I have no prediction right now. I just wanted to give my take a little bit. Babyface Publishing, I'm out, man. Peace.